Guys, and today I'm going to be showing you just like a really simple, have you ever wanted to like create your own poster, like one of those wallpapers? Like I'm just going to do Ronaldo wallpaper. You go into images, you see all these different wallpapers, you see how cool they are, like this one, that one, but you have no ability to make those whatsoever. This is for all of you people out there, and we will not be using Photoshop, just to make it clear. I'm not going to make you spend $400. This is all going to be free. Whatever the case. So we're going to be using a little online web app called Pixlr. No account required, no nothing. Just head on and just type in Pixlr. Google it. You can see pixlr.com. What you want to do is you want to click on Pixlr Editor right here. Click on it. And I'm not going to teach you how to use this. As I go, I'll teach you like step by step. You'll see what I mean once we get into it. First thing you want to do, you're going to get all this stuff. It may remind you a little of Photoshop if you've ever seen someone use it or videos or whatever. What we're going to do is we're going to create a new image. Okay, name. What do I want to make it about? I personally like football. I'm just going to go with, I'm going to call it Legends. Do I want a custom preset? This is basically the size. If for all of you who don't know, you should. But I'm gonna go with that. That's like the perfect choice. Make it transparent. What that means is, if you don't know what transparent means, it's kind of like see-through. You'll see what I mean. Press OK. You're gonna see this design. By the way, this design will not actually show up once you actually make the photo. This design won't actually end up showing up. What we want to do is see these different tools. History, you don't really need it. If you're used to it, you won't need it. I would keep it if I were you. I'm just going to delete history. Layers, you will definitely need. You'll need it, and we'll just extend layers a bit. There we go. Anyway, we have this photo right here. First things first. So I'm just gonna get a bunch of soccer players, put them in one team. So I'm gonna make this all about, let's say, just, I don't know, legends from just Arsenal, whatever. So first things first, we're gonna add, let's say, Thierry Henry. We want a photo of him. What you're gonna do is go to images and don't just pick any photo, alright? I want you to specifically listen to this part. You're going to click on Search Tools. You're going to click on Color. And then you're going to click Transparent right here, alright? And if I previously told you what transparent means, it's kind of like see-through. Basically, these photos that you see, like, let's say this one, it takes a while to load, but basically, this background will not appear. The picture is only this one person. But not all of these photos will be transparent. The photos that are going to be transparent will have little squares like that in the background, which is what we see here. So we need like his full body. That's what I want. We can do, this one seems pretty good. I mean, it's from, we need to load. I would personally wait for it to load. If it doesn't, just go ahead and, yep, there we go. This one seems good enough. So what you're going to do is you're going to save image as, just save it to desktop on there we go. Now that you've saved it to desktop, do not drag it in. Just do not drag it in, because otherwise the whole thing closes, and you don't want that happening. Now, second things first, I would recommend using a mouse for this. I haven't actually plugged it in yet. I actually haven't plugged it in. Okay, there we go, plugged it in. Yeah, I would recommend using a mouse for this, although a trackpad works fine as well. Now what you can do is, first things first, let me break something down. There are going to be layers in this, okay? A layer is basically one photo. This layer specifically is the background. You can rename it or whatever, but I'm going to just stick to that. Now you're going to click on layer and click on open image as layer. You want to open that Henry photo we had. And first things first, you can notice is it's very big. So what I want you to do is click on Edit and click on Free Transform. You're going to use this various times in this. Free Transform basically means you can kind of do whatever you want with it. Now what I want you to do is do not just drag it around and resize it. Hold shift, then resize it. That way, it doesn't, if I don't hold shift, I'm just going to show you this. This is going to happen. We don't want that happening. So I'm not going to save those changes. We don't want that happening. Alright, so hold shift, and there we go. Just drag it in there. And make sure you get it right the first time, because if you don't, things will happen. So, Thierry Henry, yeah, that place seems good. So now click anywhere other than the photo, apply the changes, and there we go, Thierry Henry. And only Thierry Henry, no background. Next Arsenal legend, we're just going to go with Van Persie. Now, the transparent rules apply here, so there we go. This one seems pretty good. Now, keep in mind, not all photos will be transparent, only the ones with the squares in the background. This one seems pretty good, so Van Persie, save it to desktop. There we go. Same thing, you're going to click on Layer, going to click on Open Image as Layer, and yet again, Van Persie. Oh, wow, what did I do? We'll just resize this. Maybe I click something. Anyway, same thing happens. So what you're going to do is click on Edit, Free Transform, hold Shift, resize it. So maybe... Now, there is going to be a trick to this, which I'm going to explain to you later. So I think around... Now, you need to make sure it kind of matches the person and the other person that you placed. So maybe... That seems good. Now, first things first, you're going to notice the brightness for these two photos is not the same. That we will fix later on. First, you actually need the images, and it's not complicated. We're not going to go and, mess with all this stuff. We'll get to that later at one point in the video. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to stick to 3 people. I'm not going to spend too much time. So, the third person, I'll just go with Mesut Ozil. I don't know. There we go, Mesut Ozil. Let's get this photo, seems pretty good. Wait for it to load, just making sure that the squares are in the background, because even though it does say transparent here, sometimes it shows you photos with a white background, not a transparent background. There we go, that's transparent. Save image as Ozil, desktop, go back, layer, open image as layer. You should know the drill by now. Ozil, edit, free transform, you should know this by now, and I'll put Ozil towards the right. I would recommend you try making this wallpaper by yourself and just follow along with different players if you need to. That looks a bit, yeah, that seems realistic there. Okay. So, save changes. Now, we're gonna fix that brightness problem. See what I mean here? The brightness is very messed up, and what I want you to do is, now follow along here, we're gonna put a bit of an effect on the photo, because if you want, I'm just gonna search up Bale wallpaper, just, Gareth Bale is a player, so, as you can see here, they've added, a bit of a darkness effect. These guys have kind of lightened his face. These guys have put, a glow around it. They never just take a normal photo of Bale, just normal photo. They never just take a normal photo and stick it in a wallpaper. See what I mean? It's always a lot more different. So that's what we're going to do as well. If you want to make it the same, then you've got to find a wallpaper that have the same brightness. We're not going to do that. Each layer represents a photo, so we're going to start with the middle person. What I want you to do is click on the layer, okay? So layer 0 is the background, just ignore that for now. Layer 1, 2, 3 are the actual different pictures. Layer 1 is the person in the middle in this case. So click on Adjustment, click on Brightness and Contrast. And what I want you to do is just turn up contrast to 100. Okay, there we go. Same thing with layer 2, Adjustment, Brightness and Contrast, Full Contrast. There we go. See what I mean? It's taking shape. And if you think I'm crazy right now, then just go along with it. You'll see what I mean later. Click OK. There we go. And they look pretty much like they're in the same photo right now. Actually, what I will do is I'm going to move Henry a bit to the side. There we go. That looks pretty solid. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find a background for this. Now, I have a very cool method of putting backgrounds. In this case, we're going to take Arsenal Stadium. We don't want this to be transparent, by the way. Just click on any color. And we're going to take the inside of the stadium. I'm just going to pick this one. No, we should probably pick... I want, like, a good photo. This one seems pretty legit. We can pick this one. So while it loads, it's obviously a very big file. It'll take some time to load. We're just going to say Arsenal Stadium. Save it. Now what I want you to do is click on Layer, Open Images Layer. You know the drill. Arsenal Stadium. Okay, now something will happen. It's quite small. This will happen, and I didn't actually anticipate this to happen. So just for now, delete it, okay? If it's too small, delete it. You will not, like, enchant it. So I'm going to show you a trick on how to get the perfect one. Click on Search Tools, click on Size, and click on Large. Simple as that. I'm not sure why I did that earlier. I was expecting I would get one on the first try. Yet again, this photo appears. Nope. We should have, like, a decent-sized one. So maybe this one works. Yeah, this one seems decent. Or how about this one? I'll go with this one. This one seems decent. So Emirates Stadium. Can't believe I forgot that was the name of the stadium. I am so dumb. Okay, you know the drill. Layer, Open Images Layer, Emirates Stadium, and there we go. That's not what we're gonna be doing. It looks horrible right now. Like, you can clearly see that this is Photoshop. So what we're gonna do is edit, free transform, hold shift, adjust it a bit, put it behind them. Yet again, just what I'm gonna do is find that perfect spot where the photo looks believable, like that. Then I want you to do, save it, click on adjustment, click on brightness, turn the contrast up to 100. Then what I want you to do is lower the brightness a bit to the point where it's like barely visible, like to the point where it's pretty much barely visible. And obviously I didn't choose the right photo for Henry because, as you can see that there's sun shining on him. We're not going to mind that for now. For now, this seems legit. So now what we're going to do is, now that we have that covered, we're going to insert some text. Click on A, this A icon down below. Click here, not drag, click there. So we can say something, I don't know, emotional, like one more game. And then what we can do is we can turn up the size a bit. That seems good. We can change the color, so we can make it like maybe red, or we'll change it to yellow. I don't know. Let's keep it red for now. It's like, you can adjust it, then we can pick the font. Like there's always gonna be, you need to find that perfect font. So what we're gonna do is we can turn the style to bold, and then we can turn up the size a bit. There we go, and bang. So obviously I did this in a very big hurry. On Max, it should take you 30 minutes to find like the right picture with the right sunlight. Do not make the mistake I did. Do not pick one with sunlight shining on his bald head. Come on, let's be real here. This seems good enough for now as a rushed attempt. Yeah, if you want to see like a perfect product, I don't think I have it yet. I don't think I can show you. Maybe if I update the video, I might have it. But anyway, this seems good enough. Now what I want you to do, File, Save, click here, click on PNG because it's full quality. Click OK. So we'll just save it to desktop. Image saved. Now just quit it. And there it is. So you're gonna notice that it looks much better once you actually open it. Like, it looks a lot better once you open it. Obviously, the brightness, we have a problem there. But obviously, if you don't want to turn up the contrast, but whatever. But if I can, I will be able to show you. But that seems good for now. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and remember this. Avoid that. We're just gonna delete his baldness. Ah, gone. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed.